Morning, afternoon, and good evening, everyone. I'm Tom Flores.
I'm Travis Baker.
I'm Denise.
And welcome back to our YouTube channel. So I know it's been a while, but also too, a new year means a new us. So we'd like to welcome you officially to the new channel, and this is...
Broke AF Movies.
That's us now. Deal with it.
We decided to call it that because we feel like more people would...
It makes fucking sense. That's what it is.
Because we like to see movies, but we're also young people with the budget, so we have to be very selective, and you know, we have to find stuff that we want to watch, but we'll also be very selective. Like, I saw only like 25 movies last year.
Yeah.
And tonight
and it was a mixture of indie movies and the big blockbuster release.
But like, we're recording this on the night of the Oscars, so we're not watching them right now, and it's kind of because we don't care, because I think we only saw one Best Picture nominee, and that was Arrival.
And you can look, and Arrival is still on our channel. Please go check that out. Still a great movie to watch.
It really is.
And also too, you can tell the ones that got nominated, they're still good. From the trailers, you knew they were going to be good movies.
Sure,
Yeah.
Alright, so let's start it off. So, what we just saw was Jordan Peele's directorial debut, Get Out.
Get Out.
Don't tell them to get out.
Trailer says it all. Honestly, you think it's what it is, and then it just takes you completely in left field. There's some startling moments. I kind of jumped a little in my seat, like, tensed up. It's really well done, really well acted, directed. His writing is...
It's cringy, but...
And honestly, for all those who are fans of the show, KEY Peele, you really see the writing. Because he was one of the writers on that show. And in this movie, this is his baby, and you can see the similarity. The humor's still there, the cringiness, the weirdness, the craziness, and it's perfect. And he does have a very... Honestly, I think he has a good ear for dialogue. The dialogue felt natural and organic. Yeah,
and not like too much. Like, there wasn't scenes devoted to dialogue. It was just
and the filler that was in the movie, like, because
it was just right at the beginning.
You know, like
but it was quick. It was like the trailer. The trailer honestly says the setup of the movie. Like, you're gonna have the beginning setup of like getting to the house. Girlfriend brings black boyfriend to white parents, and then goes all the way left. So that's really, the trailer says the sequence of events of the movie, just without showing everything, and what we see in the movie is just it's great though.
It's like it's definitely a social commentary piece molded in like the style and the format of a horror movie.
True, yes, with also having fun with like I said, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and the Stepford Wives. That's what he was doing.
Like, I wouldn't say that this movie is scary, but it's kind of
intense. It makes
sense. There's a lot of moments that are uncomfortable to sit through.
Yes,
not for obvious reasons.
For sure, you feel uncomfortable, and you feel the main character, Daniel Washington.
Yeah.
No.
Chris.
Chris Washington's the character.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah, Chris Washington. You feel Chris's awkwardness and uncomfortableness and frustration throughout the whole movie, because he is the main character. So you do feel the uncomfortableness, like Travis said, which is, it's not scary in the sense of like horror that we know. It's scary in the sense of just...
It's so cringeworthy, and you kind of... It's very shocking. Like, you don't expect... You don't expect these things to just come out of people's mouths, or at least maybe...
Well, and the setup of the premise is just so...
And then you realize that it's totally possible for these things to come out of people's mouths.
Yeah, because they do happen. We have a fucking president that this shit...
Whoa, boy!
But the root of why this started, what the family is doing, the root of it makes sense. It just comes down to ego and grudge.
Yeah.
So that's why it makes logical sense that this could happen, because it's so simple. Even though it's so crazy, it's a simplistic thing, though. A simplistic operation.
Yeah, I like how the sort of the, I guess you could call him the villain. I guess the trailers kind of set him up as the villain, Bradley Whitford.
Yeah, his character's great. I love him.
I love Bradley. I'm a huge West Wing fan, and he's always my favorite character on the show. It's strange because he has short gray hair and a big beard, but he still talks like he's 32.
Yeah, he's got a very
he still has that young voice, which makes him a bit more creepy as like the authoritative white father type character because he doesn't sound like it.
It's actually the mom you see has actually more of the power in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
she's the one who has the
hypnotist
entire.
power,
Yeah.
but that's why you see the mom. You're right. They're going with Travis. Like, the mom has more of the power. The dad is more of the face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because when you got the banquet scene outside the picnic scene, how he's mingling with everyone and he's just like the smile, like, "Hey, come here, like, I didn't meet this guy." You know, ha.
You know, and it's kind of funny too, because the more that you look at it, the more you realize that he was essentially being, shown at an auction. Like he was being shown at an auction, but he didn't even realize
Chris.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris was being shown at an auction.
That's why I said.
Like he was being paraded around. That's why he had to meet everybody.
That's why I said the dad is the face.
I'm sorry, I just figured that out. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
get the dad's the face, but
Yeah, that's why the dad is the face.
But I don't know. It just
Chris was being shown off auction. He's being
like he actually
paraded around.
Yeah.
I am curious to watch this movie again because of the twist ending. Like, do we want to talk about the twist?
I don't want to give it away because it's kind of like
it's
like certain movies we've done. It's like The Green Room with the little things, like you want to save it for that because that's the movie.
Because a lot of things do make sense.
Well, they're not twist elements. Like there are
just moments where you get it.
Denise said it, and it's not giving away, but there's a moment where in the scene is a glass of milk with a bowl of Fruit Loops, but separate.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh yeah.
You're the one who put it together. Saying, now we're not giving away the scene, but in the scene there's a glass of milk and a bowl of Fruit Loops, and that symbolizes the separation of color and white. Because the Fruit Loops are all color, and the milk is nothing's touching. So there's those kind of symbols.
And that's just a trivial detail.
But it says a lot.
But the thing, it's just such an important moment where you kind of put things in a different
perspective. The other thing, when we get introduced to the groundskeeper character, we see in the trailer running around. At the end, we get why he's running around. Why he's actually running and in what shape he's running in, like a circle, and we realize more. Yeah. Like those little things. That's why.
And it pays off.
Oh yeah.
Like a little reference.
Yeah, just
in the beginning.
Little thing.
And also too, for this movie, not only is it Jordan Peele's first time being a director, but also too for Allison Williams, this is her first feature-length film.
And you said she was in the TV show Girls.
Yeah,
I've never seen that show.
People know it's Girls, but I've heard she's a good actor. She was Peter Pan in that Pan musical, Christopher Walken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And I thought to me, it didn't seem like her first movie. She just seems like number 30. She's such a good actress.
Well, I'm not that familiar with the actress. I saw her, and I just thought it's like this is what the baby of Kristen Wiig and Anna Kendrick would look like if she grew up. But she looked like a combination of those.
But honestly, it's just her acting was so believable because with everything that happens in the end. I like the beginning part, her little things she did. Really, I think out of everyone, nothing against the other actors and actresses, like she was the best.
Yeah.
She really had a lot, and she just put all of it on the floor.
Now we're talking about this serious themes and how it makes us uncomfortable. When it wants to be funny, it's pretty funny.
Oh my god.
It's really funny.
It is
and the pauses and the beats it has between the dialogue, and even though the camera's not zooming in, you feel like the camera's zooming in on the face for the funny moment, and it's so great. His friend, the character Rodney, who's the TSA agent at the airport,
Chris's best friend.
He is so.
He is the best.
Funny.
He is my favorite in this movie.
He's funny. He's definitely the comic relief character, but it works
because the thing is too, he's the hero.
Yeah.
He's the
hero.
The friend.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, but
still, let's not give too much away.
Okay. Well, yeah, and maybe it's because of that. He played such an important role in the
more than we thought.
More than we thought, and I think.
Because during the last half, really, he gets a lot of screen time.
Oh,
he gets his own scenes.
He's you know what he kind of reminded me of? And I was kind of worried it was going to go this exact way, too. He reminded me of, the cook psychic from The Shining.
Oh, okay.
You know how, even though it's with a psychic connection, he's sort of piecing together what's going on. He's like, I have to go. and I thought it was going to go all the way that way. They subvert it.
Well, yeah, because
But do you think
the thing is,
It was that kind of
the influence of the character was taken from it.
well, the other thing too is the trope of the magic black person.
Oh, and him saying even magic ain't real. What's going on?
Yeah, you see, like he can't be magic because of that.
No.
Because it's Jordan Peele.
Like going off that, he even says the character when he's trying to put a list of stuff to connect the dots, he's like, magic ain't real. What am I talking about? So actually, that goes off it more.
Yeah,
see, that's why I have to watch the movie again because I forgot
little
that.
Yeah,
details
like there are
that pay
so
off,
many
though.
little
like
details like.
Well, and also too, here's a little detail. I don't know if you guys know, but this is more for Key and Peele fans. The TSA reference after a while, I saw I was like, oh, airport security, but he kept saying TSA. They did a skit about the TSA, and
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's so funny because it's from the eyes of the Al Qaeda members talking about how the TSA.
Oh, I've seen. Never mind.
So that's why it made me laugh more and more because
the TSA.
It's basically he's referencing a skit, and then but what they say in the skit on their show Key and Peele is like the TSA is basically these trained black ops special forces agents that can do unspeakable things, just one-man armies. And then when we watch the movie about what does this TSA agent do, so that's why it's funny, the references to the show.
Interesting. I didn't think of that. Which is probably good.
It's for the,
Well, you know what? But yeah, that makes.
It's not an obvious
that
callback.
makes me want to watch that now.
Yeah, it makes you after you see the movie, it makes you want to watch it again because then you'll pick up more because what you see. Because it's not like you got to watch it again to pick it up. You want to watch it again because then you yourself as an audience member do get the info. He does put faith that the audience is smart enough to get it together and makes you want to watch it so you can enjoy it the second time. Because the second time you'll be thinking of all the stuff you contemplated yourself or with your friends.
I'm thinking of that Key and Peele sketch right now about the guy that goes to work and he meets like another black dude at work except he's communicating with him telepathically like, oh, it's nice to have another brother here.
Like, do we all have this power? Morgan Freeman? I'm here. Yeah. So
all the black people in Stephen King's stories have magical powers.
Honestly, because you can tell, as we've seen, well, for sure, and because I know you guys watch the show, but when I've watched it, you can tell Jordan Peele has seen a lot of movies. He probably took all these influences as a movie lover. Because this is definitely a movie for people who love movies. Yeah. And what it's referencing and just taking, because it's really basically taking Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and his own twisted mind with it.
But he also has a really...
With other stuff, yeah.
Yeah, he also has a really good sense of craft. He's definitely honed in his craft. I don't know how those Key and Peele episodes are produced. I don't know if they if Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele taking turns directing skits or something like that. I don't know how that...
Probably at the same time. That makes sense.
Probably.
Because they wrote them. They wrote the scenes.
Yeah. So, yeah, because this is a really good, for a debut director, this is a really good first outing.
Oh, yeah.
It's so simple. The amount of special effects and the settings and being on location and using the environment to your...
I'm curious what the budget was for this movie, because it's produced by Blumhouse, and Jason Blum is really good about stretching $1.
Honestly, the most that they used was the deer we see, and then the fire part. I think that was where the most. Everything else was just talking.
You didn't see too much of the fire either, but I just
it was hinted.
Yeah.
That's why, honestly, a lot, and then, a lot of it, this is really a low-budget film, but with a big... They're so in the black, the payoff, and it's already... And I looked at it, I think it already just on Friday night was 10 million in the box office.
Yeah, I think it's like 30 million now.
So, boom, done. And hopefully, with this success, because this is a success.
Yeah.
It's a great film, doing it in the box office.
Good marketing.
Let's see more of his movies. He probably won't hit this genre, as Travis was saying. This genre won't be hit for a while for this director.
Yeah, I don't think he would. I don't see him becoming a horror director because of this. I see him just making other kinds of movies.
But with just sick, twisted, awesome stuff in it.
Yeah,
Demented stuff.
And maybe his own sort of social commentary in his head.
And it works. And I can't wait to see his next project. Who's going to be in it also, too, because he picked the actors perfectly. Everyone was picked great.
Yeah, like the biggest names. I feel
he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the next one, and hopefully this is just a good snowball effect that'll happen, and we get to see him do in the way of future the big one, like a big blockbuster, because he deserves it. He deserves the money. So all around across the board.
Yeah, we really like it. It's great.
It's great. Worth your money. Worth the price of admission. go see it. Take your friends. It's just you're gonna be talking about it because it's you think you know the premise, but it's just a left field movie. It's a good left field movie to start off the year.
Yeah.
All right, so across the board from us, it's go see it.
Yeah.
All right.
Busy.
I'm Tom Ford.
I'm Denise Cabral.
I'm Travis Baker.
And welcome and thank you again for joining us on
Broke AF Movies.
Catch you the next time.
Bye.
That felt good.
Yeah.
That was pretty. Wow, we were